never seen nothing like this in the history of boxing. Since it began 250 years ago, it's never seen anything like this. I believe this is going to be great for boxing, and believe we're going to win.
After the fight is over, then so be it. I'm already in a no-win situation anyway. To me, it's a win-win. But I'm in a no-win because if I knock him out fast in the first round, they're going to be like, oh man, this wasn't worth it. If I let it go a few rounds and drag it out, they're going to be like, oh man.
I've always been in the gym training. I'm boxing professional fighters. Activity is great. I had 15 fights to win when I was younger, and I think activity is great, but I'm prepared. I'm just ready to.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mike Tyson recently went into a heated face-to-face meeting, exchanging intense words as visible tension built between the two boxing legends. The staredown carried real energy, with both men refusing to back down, reminding fans of the aura they once commanded at the peak of their careers.
Shouldn't even bring that shit up no more.
No, they should bring it up.
Okay.
They should see the difference from there to now.
Gotcha.
Me at my worst, to me at the biggest event in the history of events right now. There's never been any bigger than this. So what they have to say about that?
What does that say about you if you lose?
Well, I'm not going to lose. So I can't even fathom losing. I can't even imagine it. I think he thinks this is going to be a very easy night. It's not going to be.
Welcome to my channel, BOXI News, for more interesting videos.
Appeared completely confident during the confrontation. Calm but sharp, he looked fully in control, carrying himself with the same self-belief that defined his undefeated run. His demeanor suggested that he still believes he possesses the skill, timing, and fire that made him one of boxing's most technically gifted fighters.
Lose control, go out there, have some fun, and do what I do best. And that's beat Floyd Mayweather.
Tyson, however, made it clear that he is fully prepared for the challenge. He stated that he has been training harder than ever and feels sharp and focused. According to Tyson, this is not about nostalgia, but about rising to the occasion and proving that he can still perform at a high level.
But the fighter's waiting for his money. By the time he gets his money, everybody else took their percentage out already. So you don't know who's who. You get what they give you.
You look good. How you feeling physically?
Incredible.
You've been training?
Listen, I was wearing an extra large. It looks like I'm wearing.
His trainer, Rafael Cordero, reinforced that confidence by claiming Tyson is in better shape and sharper now than he was during his exhibition bout against Roy Jones Jr. Cordero emphasized improvements in conditioning, explosiveness, and overall readiness.
I'm in perfect place now. Where's Mike? Put everything together. So mentally, physically, we're excited. If the fight was next Saturday, he will be ready for it. So we talk about Roy was 4 years ago. Today, Mike is much better than he was when he...
Reports from camp describe Tyson sparring at full power, pushing his limits, and preparing intensely for the upcoming challenge. Observers note that he looks focused and physically committed, treating preparation seriously despite the exhibition narrative surrounding these events.
Round one. Oh, phew. Cut the ring. Exactly. Cut the ring.
On Mayweather's side, his uncle Jeff Mayweather stated that Floyd has always been comfortable playing the villain role. According to Jeff, a fight with Tyson could test Mayweather's legacy while still giving him a platform to showcase his trademark confidence and defensive brilliance.
It's easy because Floyd always was the bad guy. Once again, he's gonna be the bad guy. And I think that if there's any way to try to remove his O.
While Tony Jeffries recently suggested that Mayweather's return may be driven more by ego than necessity. He argued that Floyd struggles with being overshadowed, particularly following Tyson's high-profile involvement with Jake Paul and may feel compelled to reassert his presence.
Much money as we can while we can, and then get out of the sport. But with these two, they're multi-millionaires. And I want to get into the tail of the tape and talk about exactly the records and all of that stuff with it. But first, I just want to say, like, I believe that these are doing this for different things. Mike Tyson is doing it purely for the money. Purely for the money. Floyd is doing it for the money as well. But also, I believe Floyd's doing it for that limelight. You've seen the numbers that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul got, and I think this is the most viewed fight of all time. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. I might be wrong in saying that, but I'm sure it was. It was hosted on Netflix. And Floyd's been one in the past with his ego that he wants to just, be in that limelight all the time. And when you're not in the limelight all the time, you want...
Training camp, Mayweather has reportedly looked intense and sharp. Footage shows him moving with impressive agility, appearing surprisingly youthful while displaying the speed, reflexes, and precision that defined his prime years.
Right hand hook. Again. Hook right hand. Slide in front. Touch it, wait it, help him go. Drop. Walking. Hitch it. Six. Touch it. Hitch it.
Short. Look at it.
Watch it. I said that like I had my distance. That's why I said, shit, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance.
Also been seen pounding the heavy bag with power and accuracy, combining speed and technique with relentless focus. Even years removed from official competition, the technical foundation that made him elite still appears intact. Analyst Henry has strongly questioned the direction boxing is taking as legends continue to return for exhibition bouts. He pointed out that Manny Pacquiao is reportedly set to face Rosalind Pivnikov, while Mayweather is linked with Tyson. In his view, these matchups feel driven more by financial opportunity than sporting necessity. The concern surrounding Tyson is especially heightened after his recent high-profile return against Jake Paul, which already sparked widespread debate.
I'm a proper boxing fan, and these fights to me, this OAP stuff they've got going on when they bring back these old fighters for one more go at each other, it's just not something that I particularly enjoy. Now look, it's going to be on Netflix, it's probably going to be a massive event. I'm probably going to end up covering it, because they are two former champions of note, and it is going to go on their professional records. But if you thought the first fight wasn't particularly entertaining, I can't imagine this one's going to be much better. The one thing I will say is that I believe Pacquiao's in better condition than I realized after such a long time, which you could argue means he won't be as sharp in the ring. But then on the other hand, Pacquiao's had way more fights than Mayweather has, so you could argue he's got less left in the tank. It's difficult to figure out what it means for either guy, and we don't really know which way it's going to go. But I guess if I'm being really honest, as much as I don't love it, there's always going to be a little bit of intrigue there. Kind of don't like myself for it, but I'm just being honest with you guys. And I think if we want to have a real conversation about what this fight represents is a continued frustration around the truth about the first fight, which was that it came too late and it turned into more and more of a cash grab. This fight embodies that to a whole new level. Even for the broadcast and Netflix, I don't believe they're truly invested in the sport of boxing. They'll take one-off big events that get them more subscribers, that increase their revenue, that increase their subscription base, but they don't really care about the sport. If they did, they'd be putting on a lot more events than just these mega fights that involve, influencers and...
At the same time, Henry admits the scale of the event would be enormous, particularly with a global platform like Netflix potentially involved. Despite criticism, curiosity remains strong. For him, the real storyline is decline. Who has lost more sharpness over time? Mayweather has been largely inactive, while Pacquiao has endured far more battles across his career. That uncertainty creates intrigue, even for purists who remain uncomfortable with the concept